do. We are streaming. We are streaming. I'm coming through. I don't know about anybody else. We are streaming. I'm coming
No,
through. I don't know about anybody else.
seems to be working.
I'm coming
No,
through. I don't know about anybody else.
seems to be working.
I'm coming
No,
through. I don't know about anybody. Yep. It is working. Working. Working.
okay. Alternative tab is set up. 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 Alternative tab is set up.
Oh, Baron, did you drop out of Forge?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, I'm just checking because I
Let me
saw
try to
you.
get back into it.
I was gonna say I saw you there a little bit ago, and all of a sudden you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who needs a
Well,
wizard?
it's yeah, there we go. It's that time of the night for fat fingers.
Yeah, I get fat fingers every time of the day and night. Doesn't matter.
Mhm. Yeah, that's usually when I'm texting and I can't get. I keep making the same texting error twice
Hmm.
or 3 times. It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah. Kind of delay. Oops.
Well, is it super hot where all you guys are at?
It's pretty warm, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
Yep, it's hot in Virginia.
My AC went out on my car too. I put it in last week. They checked it and they said, "Yeah, it looks like you just had to recharge it a little bit. That's why it was blowing warm and whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And it was still doing it, and I took it back in. And they're like, "Oh yeah, your compressor's shot." So I just said, "Put all new shit in." So they did.
Mhm.
That sucks,
$2,000.
DM.
It sucks for real, but I don't want to have to buy a new car.
I went a couple years without air conditioning in my pickup, and it was extremely unpleasant in the summers.
Yes. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I'd be like, "Yeah, it's not too bad now," and my wife's like, "But when summer gets here, it's gonna suck." I'm like, "I know, but But yeah, anymore, I'm just like, I don't deal with it. So let's get this underway so we can get people through this into bed, eh? What do you say?
Well, I was a sweaty, hot mess whenever I'd get someplace.
Right.
I finally had to do it because I was doing a lot of preaching at different locations, and I'd show up and just be covered in sweat.
Come to Atlanta. Won't hit me hot and humid. For me, 100 and something middle of the week.
Are you guys all getting this like video thing showing up in here?
If you're not are you watching the stream, you mean?
No, in Discord. I got like all 6 of us are just sitting there. Maybe because I'm in the one-shot play. Maybe if there you go. I was on the link for the voice channel, so that's what it's showing. Didn't need you guys seeing me sitting here without my shirt on. We're late, DM.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I usually start the music right at 7:30, so I used to start it so that the music stopped at 7:30, but I just I couldn't time it anymore, so I said to hell with it. I'll just kick it off when we're supposed to, so. And hey, here we are. We are live for another game. Welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Agora Quest. I'm Sean, your host, bringing you together with the finest first edition gamers this channel has to offer. Before we get started, just know that our very own Zadkill is running late because he said he needed to get a haircut. And I don't know how often monkeys need to get haircuts, but apparently it's pretty often. So he's out getting his haircut. He'll be in. So he didn't say
that could take a while.
Yeah, I told him just shave his head and be done with it, but that's just me.
Or the rest of his body.
All right. So, but anyway, he'll be in here hopefully by the top of the hour, but we'll see. We can continue without him. We've done so before. But I just want to welcome everybody. Players, don't forget, if you have not already, I did award experience for last session. In addition to the monsters killed, I gave everybody a bonus 10K. So if you have not already done so, make sure you apply that. If you happen to level, you won't be able to level till you're out of this place. And let's talk about that. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. Old hands, welcome back. We are a first edition Dungeons & Dragons gaming group. We're here every Monday, of course. But if you like the 5e stuff, we're here every other Friday. Supposed to be gaming this coming Friday. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to. It really depends on my mom. She's coming in town. So she's interrupted my Thursday face-to-face game. She potentially could interfere with my Friday game. I had words with her about that, but that's okay. Haven't seen my mom in a couple years, and she takes precedence over you guys. So, but anyway, if we game, it will be this Friday. If not, we'll probably push it to next Friday. It depends on my players, since we do go every other week. Sometimes folks have plans on the normal off week, but we'll see what happens. Just stay tuned. Hit the Discord channel. I'll keep people up to date down there. Don't forget, as you watch the stream, trade in your tokens for Nat 1s, Nat 20s. Give them to your favorite player or your humble DM. Always willing to accept help from afar. Just let us know who it's for. If you can't decide who it's for, we'll figure out who it goes to. But just make sure you get them in early. They're only good for tonight's session. And I have a feeling the players are probably going to need some based on how things happened last session just as they arrived. Also, if you'd like to help support the stream as well as your favorite player, don't forget for every 100 bits cheered, you can give a +1 to your favorite player. Just let us know who it is for. That one has to go to a specific player. We can't, I mean, if you can't decide, we will roll dice and somebody will get it. But bottom line is, if you're going to spend money, you're going to give them a +1. They can carry that around for as long as they're in the stream. So I encourage you to get that in there ahead of time as well. Currently, as it stands, I have a +1. Deglin, you still have +6. Baron, you have +10. Nephron has +1. Ronnie has +1. Varus has +4. And Zadkiel has +6. And so for every 100 bits you cheer, you can add to that, and the players can use that to raise or lower their dice scores as needed to succeed on whatever role that they're trying to attempt. And like I said, if you're going to spend your bits to donate to this channel to help support it, as well as the player, I'm going to allow that to carry over from stream to stream. That's why I keep track of how many they've got. Also, if you like Greyhawk like we like Greyhawk, don't forget to check out our team page, Greyhawk Creatives. It's twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. Go there, check out all the other great Greyhawk content that's available. If you want to know where all this stuff is, just !socials, and that'll show you all the places you can catch us out in the universe, whether it's out on X, whether it's YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD, and you can't watch it all, Twitch only holds them for a week. But I post them right after every stream's done. Usually an hour. Within an hour, I get them posted over there. I don't know how long YouTube takes before they get it all sanitized and cleaned up for their platform, but I encourage you to check it out. So, but anyway, we're in the middle of a break again. Man, look at this. That's okay. Got a haircut last month myself. Yeah, I know how that is. Damn, dude. What am I missing? I don't know, but you guys are talking inside stuff over there. I must be missing something, Ronnie. But anyway.
I'm looking at these tacos on the feed.
Oh, is that what it is? They're showing tacos on our feed. I don't see the ads or anything like that, so I don't know. So no, not a clue. But anyway, we got about 40 seconds before it comes back. So, but anyway, what else is there? Let's see. No, I think that's it. I think I'm going through my checklist here. Greyhawk content, yada yada. Yep. Let's talk about where we are and what our players have been doing. But let me give just a couple seconds here. Hopefully the ad will be done and we can discuss. So. Anybody out watching, let me know when the ad's done, because it said like 40 seconds about 30 seconds ago, so I don't know.
LeBron's flipping shrimp at people on Prime Day.
Nice. I like shrimp.
And now they're drinking seltzer water.
Oh, no. Just completely ruined it for me there, dude. You had me at shrimp, you lost me at the seltzer water. Just not happening. So
1 second, DM.
All right.
We're up.
We're up. We're good. So sorry if you missed anything that I said. Bottom line is !socials will take you everywhere you need to go. All things Agora Quest. Check us out every Monday, every other Friday. You know the drill. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm sure somebody in the chat will answer. And now to where we are and what we've been doing. Our party has been chasing IUs through the multiverse, basically. The party entered in the world of Greyhawk, the Tovag Baragu. They discovered that this Stonehenge-like structure had more than one set of circle stones. There was a concentric set, and the outer ones were about a half a mile apart. So it was pretty big Stonehenge. The inner circle, however, seemed to hold magical portals to various dimensions. And so the party just started picking them and walking their way through the various dimensions. Um, and last week or last session, they entered into a realm known as the Adytum. And apparently, this is some sort of a sanctuary, sanctum, stronghold, whatever you want to call it, of the cult of Vecna, somewhere in the multiverse, but it's buried in rock. And as Deglin explored using his mining abilities, you can tell that this was some series of or complex that's been carved into the rock, right? So it's like somebody just went to the side of a mountain and started blasting away, creating all these rooms and all these other passages and whatnot. But as they arrived, this place was kind of a mess. There's walls that are blown up and doors that have collapsed, and I should say doors that have been blown up and walls that have collapsed. Apparently, Ayuz's troops and or Ayuz have passed this direction, so the party is obviously hot on the old one's heels. And for those that don't recall or haven't been watching, Ayuz is apparently trying to find a way to usurp the power of Vecna so that he can use that power to raise himself to godhood. And so he had a little army with him, and he's been working his way through the various portals of the Tovag until he found the Adytum. And what he found here, we don't know, because as the party arrived, they were immediately beset by several ghouls as well as several stone statues that were in the likeness of Vecna in various phases and forms and whatnot. They managed to clear that out, but as they did, Varys heard some grunting coming from the eastern door, and it sounded like ogreish. And he managed to figure that there's probably some ogres and other creatures on the other side of that door making preps to waylay the party. But before that could happen, there was another door leading out for the south that's just sort of peeked open, and a blast of magic missiles pelted Nephron. And that was where we left our session last week. So that's where we are going to pick up tonight. There are ogres to the east, apparently, or it sounded like ogres, and there are apparently cultists to the south. There is an open doorway leading to the west. It's actually a pretty wide open archway leading into a rather ornate hall, and directly across the hall you can see this massive bronze set of double doors that are flanked by two rather ornate and large statues of Vecna. So it's apparently a place of import, whatever that door is. But last but not least, the entire place is kind of illuminated by this sickly greenish yellow glow. But yeah, so that's where we are going to pick up tonight's session as we enter into this is like the 9th or 10th episode. I think it's 9th, if I'm counting correctly. The 9th episode of the Something Wicked This Way Comes little mini adventure that we're on here as we're hunting Ayus. But players, are there any questions or any clarifications that are needed based on what I described or anything from last session?
Just the gnome needs healing badly.
You aren't the only one, brother.
So as you...
All right, well, I think Ronnie can probably help out some of that.
Okay.
All right,
Ronnie.
well, yeah, perfect.
All right. As you are going to heal, suddenly the door cracks open again, and you see a smiling face of an individual wearing robes with a symbol of Vecna hanging about his neck as he wiggles his fingers. And
Do we get a chance to do anything?
well, yeah, I mean, that's you guys were going in to heal, but Ronnie was going to heal you, and I was just poking the door open, and this is what you see as he begins to wiggle his fingers at Ronnie.
That dirty bugger.
All right.
Okay.
Let me do this.
Movement change to combat.
I
turn,
don't
right?
end him.
All right, so Varys, let's do this. We'll just put it in that way we can get everybody going in order of whatever's going on. But Baron, action.
Spell.
Declan.
And probably a faster spell than those guys are going to use.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Ooh, that's a long spell. Yeah, spell.
Okay. Okay. Nephron, action.
Can I drink a potion and then step up to fight, or is it one or the other?
Potions in action. You can move and step up 10 feet. I mean, you could step up 10 feet and do the potion, step up 10 feet and go to combat, or any order thereof. But yes, drinking the potion is an action.
Okay, well, then I'm going to drink a potion and then use the rest of my movement, whatever, 5 or 10 feet to move up to engage.
Yeah, you can move up to 10 feet. Ronnie, action.
Okay.
Spell, DM.
Varys.
Well, I'm gonna wait and see if he dies from all this other crap first.
Okay.
And if not, I'm gonna hit behind him and pass him. Or try to hit near him and
All right, so you already invisible from last turn, right?
yeah. We ended it with me being invisible. So
All right. Let's see.
It's funny you're invisible because I see a greenish outline around you.
As the rest of you look at what Ronnie says, you can indeed see that where Varys is standing, the greenish glow that illuminates this entire complex forms sort of an outline, almost like a fairy fire around him. And
God,
it looks
I was
like it
hoping
was
they would have thrown
tied
that
initiative.
spell.
Tied initiative. But it's you realize it's not a spell though. It's nobody has cast a spell on Varys. It's the actual illumination of the complex, that greenish kind of a yellowish sickly glow. It was a tie. I have to.
is that glow around everybody?
It essentially what it does is it. Hang on a second. It's not. Why did it not roll?
I mean, if it ruined my invisibility, then I'll not worry about it. Though.
Seriously.
Just give it to the players.
Yeah, tie goes to the runner. Is that what they say? Yeah. All right, we got it this time. All right. Yeah. So, Varys, even when you look down, you can see that whatever lighting is in this place is actually it outlines and it allows people to see where you are, even though you are invisible. So it outlines you just like that. So, yes. To that effect, the invisibility you believe will not, it doesn't matter if you're invisible or not.
Or just kill all the witnesses.
Okay, sounds like a plan. All right. So, Varys, you're first one up. Actually, I take it back. The spell slingers first. Baron?
I am filling that corridor with a web spell.
Where?
Okay, I'm in the process of doing that right now. Okay. And anything else that looks like it will be there? Is it shift or is it control for? Oh wait a minute. No, I should try looking. Fat fingers. There we go. The hell. Bingo. Got it.
All right.
Okay. And let's see. Let me come back here. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. Okay.
We good?
All right. Cast.
Okay.
I like that sound.
All right. Let's see. Let me.
I don't know. I can't tell, but how big is this doorway?
It's just regular, 5-foot square, whatever doorway.
Okay, good. Yeah. 5 foot square, 10 feet high.
Yep. One of them.
As far back as it goes.
One of them made his save. The other one failed. So
And then I'm gonna go find my tinder box.
I'm gonna say the one that's in the doorway failed his save. The one that's further into the room succeeded. So if you want to
Okay.
do effect,
So in theory they can't see anything.
Right. So you're filling up the doorway, right?
And as far back as I can go.
Yeah. So you caught the two cultists in the room, right? Are caught in the webbing, but the one that's farther in the back actually made his save, so he won't be trapped in the web, but he can't see anything because the doorway is completely flooded with webs. But the one that's in the doorway was snared in the web.
I hope he suffocates.
Yep. So if you want to do affect web duration,
Okay.
if you would.
I'll do affect web duration.
Yep. Just click on that, and it should.
I
Yep.
have
And
done so. Okay.
this guy, I need to remove it. All right. So the guy in the door is trapped.
I can untarget them.
Yeah, you can deselect them. Yeah, you can. All right. So now that we got that out,
Done.
let's see. Then the next spell is going to be Ronnie.
Casting Cure on the Gnome DM.
Okay. All right. As you get 11 hit points healed.
Thank you.
Nephron.
You're welcome.
Is that it for you, Ronnie?
I'm going to move 10 feet, DM.
All right. So go ahead and move yourself wherever you want to move to. All right. Deglin.
You move me, okay. Hold on a second. Come on. Not letting me select myself.
Hey,
Again.
it's up to you. It's up to you guys now.
Daglin's trying to touch himself.
I'm trying to touch myself. Let me try the target button.
I was going to say you got.
There we go.
I was going to say you got the token controls selected correctly, because I always do that. I'll be doing something like measure, and I'll forget to go back to the token selector.
Here we go. And then... Oh, wow.
Nice roll.
That was
23 hit
good.
points back. 23 back. That was nice. All right. Anything else for you?
I am also going to move.
Okay.
If I can undo the targeting now. There we go. Oh, that stupid token window. Again, I think. Yes.
All right. Varys, you're
Okay.
up.
Well, since this guy's stuck in the web now,
He is stuck in the web.
is blocking the door as well?
So this whole little area is flooded in here. I'm going to say that he's stuck in the door so that you can reach him for your attack roll. But if you roll a fumble, then there's a potential of your blade getting stuck in the webs.
Well, I was just gonna stab him with a dagger venom.
That's fair. That's fair.
Try to just pinch him off.
Okay.
And save my sword for whoever comes out this door.
Okay.
I'm going to use a free action and also state that if anything comes through that other door, it's going to get cooked.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack, Varys.
Yeah, pulling up the right thing here.
That hits.
I didn't need to make a saving throw and poison or die.
Okay. We did make sure the hit points came off.
Oh, I forgot to target him. My bad.
It was 3 off.
Yep.
All right, I'll go ahead and take that off first, even though he probably is gonna die from the poison. Saving throw versus poison. Oh, he made his saving throw versus poison.
Wow. Alright.
All right, but he does take the 3 hit points of damage from your blade. As he's like, ouch, ouch, ouch. There's Sad Kill. Charging down to the end. Targets. Going to use his keen blade. Oh man, that was close. He hit with a 5? Holy crap, what's this guy's armor class? And he does...
Magic user?
Yeah, that's true. As he does 6 hit points of damage. Make sure that came off. Always good. Yep, it did. Alright. Nephron.
All right, I will be drinking a potion of extra healing wherever it went. Where did it go? There it goes. Wait, no, full drink. Cast, heal.
Wrecked him.
Damn near killed him.
Go ahead and re-roll re-roll a single 8-sided dice, and I'll apply the difference because we re-roll ones.
Okay. Hey, where'd that die? Where'd it go?
They're at the bottom of the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. DM, is this the door over here that that has the ogre behind it?
It's the eastern door.
That one?
Over here.
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Yep. All right.
Well, that's all I got.
All right, cool. Ronnie's already gone. Deglin's already gone. All right. As you stand there, and sure enough, you hear coming from the other side of the door some high-pitched squeals, some grunts. Definitely something as wicked this way comes as the door opens and charging through the door is this rather sizable troll. And as it bursts through the door, yeah, as it bursts through the door, it sees Varys and Nephron there, and I'll give you a 1d6 to see whom it attacks. The first one through the door, so it sees Varys, targets Varys for its claws to come raking down. It's total of 3 attacks, 2 claw and a bite. That sucks as he misses Varys. I hate that -2. Another miss as he attempts to bite. And the bite misses as well. The troll. Oops. As the second troll you see comes rushing through, rushing past his friend, this time targeting Nephron.
He should have an extra -4 because I'm a gnome.
Well, it should automatically, but we'll see. If it doesn't, we'll work it out. I know he gets the -2 for the paladin, but yeah.
That ain't gonna do it.
Yep, it automatically gives a -4.
That would be a -6.
Yeah, it is. It's
Drops his claw. That's a drop of a claw.
Yeah, so he hits the top of your head and drops. As another miss. Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible to hit you guys. It's crazy. All right, as that one misses. And yet another troll comes leaping through. Varys, I will give you an attack of opportunity as one of the trolls barrels past you, past the other two to get over to the paladin, but I'll give you a attack of opportunity on the far left one.
For him.
Let me go look this up again.
As you strike it.
He can make a saving throw versus poison as well.
Oh, nice. I like it.
And I'm all about it.
Alright. Takes 3 damage.
That's 4 damage.
Oh, 4 damage, yeah. I saw he rolled a 3, sorry. He takes the 4 damage.
Made the same though.
That's weird. What was the D6 roll? Who rolled the D6?
It divided by 2.
Oh, I got you. I'm wondering, why is it doing that? Yeah. Yep.
This is large.
Yep. Thank you for that. I was like, what is it doing? Okay, there we go. All right, anyway, yeah, so the dagger bites into it, but it does make its saving throw as it now targets Zadkiel the Righteous.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah.
2 doses here. There.
Oh, why do I even bother?
Use some of them pluses you've been scoring up.
Yeah, right? All right, I actually hit Zadkiel. I like it. Doesn't really do any damage, but... yeah. Zadkiel takes 5 hit points of slashing damage. Yay! All right. As an ogre moves to the front, targeting Zadkiel from the other side of the door.
Zadkiel?
Sorry, Varys, my bad.
We really found us a party.
Yes, you did. As it tries
I'm gonna be leaving.
yeah, as it wildly misses.
I don't like this party.
Second one comes to the door to target the only one that he could reach. He tries
These are
to-
5-foot squares, right?
Yeah, relatively. All right. As the other ogres merely move up to aid their kindred, but they can't really get through. This guy's actually back here. This one moves
A
up.
nice time for a fireball thrown down that hallway.
I said anything that comes through that door was gonna get burned, and everybody stacked on the door, and I'm like, screw it.
Baron, with regards to the web, when they are webbed, that just means they can't move, right?
I'm assuming they can't move, wave their arms, or attack, or anything.
Right. That well,
Problem.
what I'm saying
I
is,
would think they could speak.
yes, they can speak, they can cast spells, etc.
I don't know
Well,
about that. They have to
if
wave their arms to do it.
Not
Right.
necessarily, because somatic components doesn't necessarily mean you're waving your
True.
arms.
I
It can be-
understand that.
It can be like finger. That's why I was asking, does the spell, when it says they're trapped, does it mention anything about spell casting not being able to cast or anything like that?
Well, if they have to wave their arms around, I'm assuming that they can't cast. If
Right.
they-
Or reach for spell
they're-
components.
Yeah, or reach for spell components. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is, and that's, again, I don't have the spell description in front of me because typically webs stop movement. You can't move, you're pinned or whatever the case may be. But I just want to make sure if it doesn't say anything about spell casting, then I'm going to say that if there's certain spellcasters or certain spells that can be cast still.
Well, yeah. I mean, a magic missile is just a
Exactly.
bang. Somatic is a speaking spell.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, let me go look up webs.
So I'll give you a second to do that. And I'm asking that for a very specific reason.
Well, I can believe it.
So
DM, how come we can't see down that hall where those guys are all stacked up?
I'm going to have to look and see. It might be because originally there was like these grating that was down. So you really couldn't see past. Right on the other side of the door, there's actually a grating, but the grating is now raised up. So I still had it as being closed. So there we go.
There you go.
So that's why.
I'm reading the spell and it says the creatures become stuck. So take that for what it's worth.
Right. So I am going to say that they can't move, but they can talk. I would give you leeway with regards to they can't like maybe get to spell pouches or whatever. That's something I'm going to have to research. But for right now, I'm going to say that if it requires a component, he can't reach into his bag of tricks to get his component. But this one in the door.
Well, it also says, Sean, it says creatures with less than a 13 strength must remain fast until freed by another or until the spell wears off.
Right.
So it says,
yeah, they're stuck. They can't move, right? That's literally means that if they're not strong enough to break the webs, then they don't even get a chance to break free, right? But
they can't move. Yeah, I would imagine they can move their mouth, but they probably cannot move their hands or anything like that. But.
Yeah,
on how
I suspect that they'll be dead before they suffocate.
Right, exactly. So, anyway, I am going to, as this one is standing in the door, you guys watch as his fingers begin to wave. Not really his fingers are like held up as he issues forth yet another magic missile. And you watch as the 4 darts, 1, 2, go blasting right over the top of Nephron, right into the troll right behind Nephron.
This guy's my new hero.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
You are 11th level, right?
Yeah. Magic missile is verbal and somatic.
Okay,
that
so
means
he can
this-
wiggle his fingers, but he can't
He
like
can do
this.
some
Yeah,
sort of gesture.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep. So anyway, your well, that was his, so I got to go to the next guy. Sorry, let me move on down the line here. So you are an 11th level.
yes.
All right, so 11 minus divided by, or that's 3. That's 6. Wait, 11 from 5 is 6 times 2 is 12. All right.
I'm not liking this math.
Yeah. You watch as your webs begin to glow and look like they're getting ready to drop, but suddenly the spell fades away and your magic holds as you realize somebody cast a dispel magic on your webs, but it failed to break the bond.
Okay.
All right, there's this one. And this is kind of a tough. So magic missile, you have to see the target, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to try this again. Yes. As you watch, as your webs disintegrate, as another mage on the backside apparently cast dispel magic with enough oomph behind it to remove the webs, as your webs just disappear into nothingness.
That's like a hard rock song.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the last guy moves here. As you watch as another series of magic missiles comes blasting out of the room, you can see inside the room there are 2 other robed figures, and the missiles come blasting out and slam into the troll on the far left, the one that Varys just hit. And it slams into the troll, knocking the troll to its knees as it blasts through its body. It staggers back to its feet, but you can see that it is severely, severely wounded by the blast of those missiles. Good question, Ronnie. As we go back to the top of the order. And I need to add this guy. And actions, Baron.
I'm getting the hell out of the way. I don't like this.
Okay. You're just moving, spell, anything?
Yeah, I'm going to move over to I'm going to move over to here.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
excuse me, because I can't cast anything
Okay.
that's going to help anybody.
Roger that. So Baron is moving, plotting to save his life. Deglin, action.
Absolutely. Most important thing in the world.
Spell, but I have a question too.
Yes,
that
sir.
goes with it. There's a bunch of sticks up here. And there's a fire going on here. I'd like to know a total number.
So this what do you mean up in the far north?
Right here.
Okay, so
There's
that is where you
sticks.
guys came in, and that's where the door was blasted in the ceiling and was partially collapsed, and you guys kind of had to dig your way over the top of it. So that's what that is.
So I need to know the total number of pieces of wood there. Sticks.
Sticks to snakes.
Yeah, I can't give you an answer on how many sticks are there. How many you want?
Random roll.
How
I
many?
can do up to 11.
Does it have to be like a certain size of stick or anything like that?
Doesn't say so in the
We're
spell.
playing snakes and ladders, and here we are with trolls.
Yes. Give me. Let's roll a d20, and we'll figure out how many sticks that are workable to use in your spell.
You want me to roll it? Yes.
Yep, you roll it.
Okay. Let me get. Yeah.
And by the way, as you guys see the trolls and whatnot and the ogres coming, you can see that they are all wearing vestments with iconography indicating them to be soldiers of Ayus. So there are 6 large enough sticks that would work in the formation or the use of the spell that you wanted to cast.
I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Okay.
Is there any over here by this fire? Because it can come from multiple areas.
Yeah, there's broken and stuff up top too in the chamber up top and whatnot.
Is that within 30
Throw some
feet?
torches down.
From where you are, yeah, it's about 40 feet.
40
so
feet.
I'll give it to you. I'll say there's a bunch that's in and around the doorway too, so I'll give that to you where there's probably sticks and stuff in and around here within 30 feet.
Okay. So the 11's as many as I can cast there. So that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so spell for Deglin as well. Nephron.
Not liking my position, but I guess I'll attack the troll. And I was hoping our wizard was going to drop something in that room, but I guess not. So I'll attack the troll.
All right, Ronnie Noblight, action.
Spell DM.
Varys. You have 2 ogres and a troll really around you, so you have your choice.
I'm gonna activate these bits of speed down there,
Okay.
and so I can do multiple attacks.
Okay.
If I want to haste the TFL, I'm gonna hit the wizard until we see another wizard. I'm getting away from these guys.
Okay. Zadkill, welcome.
Thanks.
So just to get Zadkill caught up, you guys were completing the destruction of the stone golems and the ghouls last session. Just as you guys started to get healed up, the door opened and you were attacked by some cultist wizards from the south. You immediately went into combat, and as you guys were attacking to the south, a bunch of ogres and trolls came from the east. But now it seems that the cultists in the south are no longer attacking you, but they're focusing their spells on the trolls and whatnot that have come in. So apparently you guys are between factions of warring parties in this complex. And so where you stand now, you have a cultist in the doorway. He was covered in webs, but one of his cohorts cast a dispel magic that just happened to overcome the spell of Baron and dissipated the webs. So there's a free cultist in the door, but you also have a pair of trolls to the north of you that just came rushing out of the room. And that's where you stand. So what are your actions?
Who emanates more evil?
It's really, you can't detect anything in this place. It's all evil. But as far as creatures wise, the ones that are attacking you right now are the trolls. The cultist cultist was attacking you, but he now seems to be switched sides, and he's helping you guys against the trolls.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go after the trolls. Do some decapitations.
All right. So as everybody has their actions in, let's go to the top of the next round. Tie score. Let's go back. And who won? We go back to and hopefully this rolls the way it's supposed to and no more ties. All right. As the cultists, or not the cultists, but the Ayuz's army gets the first, as the troll sets its sights upon Zadkiel with a pair of claw attacks. As the first attack hits Zadkiel. As Zadkiel suffers 7 hit points of raking claw damage. The filthy claws of the troll as the second one. Man, I wish I had, this was like, I think 3rd edition had rend. A bunch of creatures, if you get hit with 2 of their attacks, they get a rend on top of it, but 1 he didn't have that. So
I'd rather not think about that.
yeah, as the second claw hits Zadkiel for 6 damage, as it follows up with its final attack, a wicked bite. But fortunately, Zadkiel manages to fend off the last blow from the troll, as that's the first troll's attack. As the second troll once again tries to target the little guy. He's already got like a minus 50 to hit him. First attack misses.
Drop the claw again.
Yep. Second claw, or first claw attack, he rolls a 0. I love it. That's hilarious. Come on, nat 20. Come on, nat 20. I even rolled an 18, and I still missed, but I missed by 1. But you know what? I have 1 point left. I am going to use that 1 point to make sure that it hits, because I want to at least hit Nephron 1 time as a troll. And Nephron
you hit me
suffers,
enough last time.
as Nephron suffers 6 hit points of damage from the troll. And that is it for its turn. As this troll moves into the room, Nephron and Varus, you get attacks of opportunity on the troll that's in the doorway as it is moving out of the way into the room, seeing fleshy wizard skin sitting across
Ain't no
the
flesh like wizard flesh.
Ain't no flesh like wizard flesh. So y'all both get a single attack of opportunity as Nephron hits with a 16. Nice.
Oh, yes.
For 11 hit points of damage. Nicely done. Varus. Varus hits as well with his long sword. Nice. 10 more hit points of damage. As you severely wound the troll, but not enough to keep it from launching itself into the room and putting its sights on the wizard. As its first raking claw swings down upon, and I roll a 5. The only one, or one of the only ones not in the paladin's protective zone, and I still miss him.
Well, that's okay. You got 2 more chances.
Actually, why is it giving a -2 against you? You're not quite
Because they like me.
That's what it is. That's fine. That's right. The second claw hits you for 6 hit points of damage as it follows up with its nasty maw open wide, and of course he rolls a 0. Why not? As he,
Gutter mouth.
Yep. As his other 2 attacks miss. As the ogre moves into the room. Once again, Nephron and Varus, you get a free attack on the troll that's, or the not troll, but the ogre that's currently in the door, as they are looking to rush into the room, not giving a care that you guys are getting free body blows on them as they go. As Nephron misses the ogre as he pushes his way through.
Pathetic.
And Varus hits. Varus hits for 9 hit points of damage as the ogre continues its way in, over, in, over. It cannot attack as it moves all the way in here, but it moves its full movement, but because it was not a straight line, it does not get to attack. As the second ogre comes in as well.
Do I get an opportunity to attack on that?
You don't. The two guys in the door do. So Nephron and Zadkiel, once again. Yeah, he actually came. He was outside your range, even though I moved him that way, Zadkiel. He was never in your range. But Varys, you and Nephron can once again get your attack of opportunity as the next sets of trolls are going to be coming in. Varys hits. Nice blow for 8 hit points of damage. And Nephron hits.
Well, I was just going to say, if he wasn't in my range, he would have been in the magic user's range then.
Yeah, in a technical sense, I guess that's fair. That's a fair point. I will say that, Baron, I put the ogre right up by you. If you would like to swing at him with your dagger or club or whatever staff you have in hand as he's passing you by, going after
Okay.
Ronnie and Deglin.
All right, I'm looking. Right, that's not the place to be, but this is, maybe. Okay, where do I get to my staff?
It should just be under your inventory.
Look at the cross swords.
Yeah, look in your cross swords, and if you have it
Equipped.
equipped, yeah. If you don't have it equipped, yeah, you've got it. There it is. It's at the very top. So on the cross swords.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay.
There's your +3.
All right,
staff.
good. Well, I am going to whack him.
I like it. Whack 'em all the
Okay.
way.
All right, I guess I can just attack.
Yep. Target. Now you got to target him. You targeted yourself, but regardless, you missed it.
Okay, well, that's okay. I
Yep.
missed anyway.
Yep. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put him back where he was, which is right there. And again, I believe, Varys, you already hit that ogre. So Nephron, you hit him as well. So his damage is done as he moves into the room right in front of Baron, and he is going to swing his axe down upon Baron. Seriously, how in the hell am I rolling this against the magic user?
You're using ugly dice. You can't see the numbers on DM. You're being punished for
Is
it.
that what it is? I need to see. Yeah, it's weird. It's got you within the protection from evil. That's weird because you're actually standing. It's got to be because you're like right on the edge. That's why. So that's fair though. All right.
It's probably affecting him because he's standing within the protection from evil.
Yep. All right. So this ogre is going to come in, target Varys. His axe. God dang. It's like I've rolled like 6 2s already, man. What the hell? This is just not even funny.
Should have ate your vegetables, DM.
I should have, but you know, I'm a kind of guy that doesn't like veggies. As this ogre drops down to target Varys as well. About the only one they can get to. Yep, missed anyway. And this guy's just waiting as this guy oops, I don't know how many more he's got left. Oh, the last one. Oh, you know what? And I'm gonna do instead. Oh, I gotta make sure that I select. Target is required. Okay, fine. Target. back and redo this. Try this again. All right, so looks like 1 failed, 2 succeeded. As you guys watch, as inside the chamber where the ogres and stuff are coming from, this flame erupts as a fireball blasts. Why did it not take their damage off on there? 22. Yeah, it did not. This is. Oh, they saved. That's why they got half damage. That's why. Okay. All right. As the ogre in the door gets caught, fortunately, though, Varus does not, as he pinpointed it just to the point where the creatures inside the room and right by the door were affected. But Varus, you feel this blast of heat wash over the top of you as the fireball blasts out of the room, ignites and takes the last little bit left of the ogre in the door, damaging the ogre on the other side of the door where you're at. But yeah.
Now I know what it's like to have a real mage in your party.
Oh!
Hey,
Oh!
Damn.
I got a
Off the top
fireball
rope.
with your name on it, and I can figure out how to throw it so it doesn't hit me.
All right.
Shots have been fired.
Shots have been fired. Speaking of shots fired, as another mage inside the room blasts a series of magic missiles, they come streaking through the room around the trolls and pummel into the body of the ogre right before Baron. And as Baron swung and missed his staff, he was staggering back to try to protect himself as the magic missiles blew off the back of this thing's head, dropping it where it stands. Oof, he can't do anything because it'll... He's just going to go ahead and move up and cast his.
Hell, at this rate, I might not have to even cast my spell.
as another one, a series of magic missiles, 4 darts come streaking across the room, finishing off the troll right before you. Oops, darn it. That was a boo-boo on my part. Yep, I had to put him back. As you see him drop to the floor, but as he falls, Baron, you can see that the wounds are already beginning to knit on the troll. Varus, you are up. Oh, I take it back. It's your guys' turn, so spellcasters first. Sorry, my fault. So, Baron, I'm going to give you the opportunity to move since that's all you're doing. So you can go ahead and move yourself to wherever you want to move.
Okay, now that's a lucky break. Okay.
You just said you wanted to move over here, right?
Yeah, right. I'm trying to move over there. One more. Excuse me. One more back away from that troll.
Ogre.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yep.
Ogre. Whatever.
No. Oh yeah. Okay. Like here.
That would be very nice. Thank you.
Is that okay there, or did you want to go to the hallway?
No. This is fine.
Okay.
This is fine. It gives me an opportunity to examine the battlefield.
All right. Let's see. Deglin.
All right, I cast my spell.
Okay.
All right, and then so we said 11, and there's a 55% chance for each one to be venomous.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want me to roll that.
So you're going to have to roll 11d. Just roll 11d 100s. don't worry about the total that comes up. We'll just look at them and break out. Now, does this create what? Shit. Forge just
put them all together.
Forge just went to shit on me. Everything went black.
Oh.
We were watching all the dice were poisonous.
Yeah. No, everything. I mean, So you have 11 snakes. So it's 55 or less. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are venomous. 3 of them are not.
Okay.
And if you guys would just give me una momento, I have to refresh both of my pages because both of them went like dark. It went black, then it came back, but the only thing that showed was a couple tokens sitting there. So if you would give me a minute or two.
Why, certainly.
Anybody got a flame tongue? Be a nice time to start burning some trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think so.
I don't have a flame tongue, but I've got a vicious wit.
I'm not sure that works against trolls, but we can give it a try.
I got a yellow key card.
The player before you had a flame tongue.
We could be like Gambit and throw it at him with some energy.
Doesn't the player have flame strike or something?
Run the card between.
I have flame strike if you want to get them all in one area, 1 5-foot square.
Drop it right on the phone to me. And get them all. I have regular fire resistance. I can dodge.
Well, it has to be. They have to all be in 5-foot square area for my stuff.
Yeah, you could run the key cards between the butt cheeks like a ATM.
Oh, sorry. It looks like the Forge is hung up again, trying to reload the page. So give me a minute.
That's all right. I'll take over for you. All right, everybody. Critical. Wow, he's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, and he's carrying a Holy Avenger. How about that?
You know, I cannot tell a lie. I had a Holy Avenger waiting. It wasn't quite a Holy Avenger, but it was a Holy Blade waiting on. It was on one of the alternate places. If you guys would have taken the right path through the various
There
portals.
are blade holes in it.
Are those trolls holy Avenger?
It wasn't a Holy Avenger. I think I don't remember if I told you what it was, but anyway. All right, so like I said, you have 8 venomous, and now are these large snakes? What kind of snakes are these?
Let me go back to the spell and look. It says by means of change 1 stick to snake for each level of experience. Blah blah blah. The snakes will attack as commanded by the cleric. There must, of course, be sticks similar to a piece of wood. Yeah, blah blah blah. We already talked about that. Doesn't actually say. The effects last for 2 melee rounds for each level experience, so I have 22 rounds. No, it doesn't say what size they are. But I'm assuming
they're probably regular snakes.
Yeah, they could be constrictors because that's all the other snakes are.
So,
but how big are constrictors? I don't know. They could be anacondas, or they could be ball pythons. Who knows?
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this slightly.
Well, in the Everglades.
Well, does it say what the what the hit dice are of the snakes or anything like that? Just curious.
I don't have a DMG in front of me, but I think that is in the DMG, not in the player's handbook, if I remember.
Yeah, I'm reading from the player's handbook. I can search the DMG.
Check the DMG when they have this, when they give for the DM the different spells and what they do. I'm pretty sure it's in there, or I'm completely wrong like usual.
Yeah, that's just like me. So
I think each snake's able to decapitate too.
Yeah, that could be it.
Standard search is not one of
Would that be under summoning? Summoning
I put
conjured
sticks to
Ansel's.
snakes.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna do. Give me just a second here because this is something I wasn't anticipating. I don't have anything bookmarked, so
I'll ask Copilot.
yeah. Hey, Copilot. All right. So, yeah, this is totally different.
4th level clerical spell.
Mm-hmm.
43, 44. Yeah, here. All right. 4th level cleric, 5th level, 4th level. Oh, this is that's magic user spells. Where's cleric?
Well, it says the snakes are treated as one hit dice creature.
Well, that would explain.
Is that what it says?
That would explain everything then, wouldn't it?
That was Copilot said.
Copilot says that. Okay, because I'm looking in the spell description. It does not say that.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering. It probably says in there somewhere.
It says you can animate one snake per cast level, so 10 level cleric create 10 snakes. 5% chance per cast level of being venomous. Each snake has a 50% chance of being poisonous, plus the bonus.
Sure.
And the snakes are treated as 1 HD creatures, typically with 4 hit points each. If venomous, their bite can be deadly, often requiring 7 throws worth of poison or suffer serious consequences.
That's what we're gonna do. So we are gonna make them 1 hit die, which is what I thought. 1 hit die creatures.
The thing is, there's like 11 attacks. That's what makes
Yeah.
it so strong.
Yeah. So that, and then the size is going to be this, and they.
Yeah, there are Burmese pythons in the Everglades that could swallow a Prius.
Yeah.
True.
And the world would be better off for it.
Yep. All right.
I actually the other day
Fill my heart.
in my mom's
Son
hometown
of
in
a
Naples.
bitch.
They just pulled out several tons of Burmese pythons, if I'm not mistaken.
Forge hosed me
The in-
again. Refreshing. I'm refreshing my DM one. The one on the screen that the stream can see is fine, but it jacked me up. I'm refreshing my DM view because I was putting the creatures down. So apologize for those out there watching Shiza Cinema. So it's going to take a second. But anyway, I'm going to drop 11 little snakes on the map, and I'll give you control of them all. And then you can move them where you want. But they all attack on your attack, so.
Okay.
Was not anticipating this. I apologize. It's going to take me a second to get this set up. Would have been faster if Forge would reload the way Forge is supposed to reload. But I'm sitting here looking at the downloading world data. Please wait. Your world seems to take a while to load.
Jeez.
Please refer to this
Yeah, I
guide
know. I've
for
seen that
troubleshooting.
before.
And I'm like, this is the only game I have. I don't have a bunch of shit anymore. But once it reloads, it'll be good.
I didn't understand you. Press 1 for. Press 2 for.
This is just, it's frustrating, man, because this is like half the time that our game goes. It's trying to get the frickin' Forge to work. All right, so I am back up. I need to,
Crap.
I need to adjust this token. Appearance. Sure.
Yeah, Copilot knows all the rules from first edition.
That's pretty cool. So I'm going to have it. Okay. This here is. So now I just need to make 11 of them. First, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you control of them because they're not NPCs.
Oh.
Holy crap, I put in, like, what happens if I mix potions and it gives me all the
Yeah, potion missability, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool when it does that. All right, so these guys are here. These guys are all over here. All right, so you have cast your spell. This is what you see with regards to your snakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 11 snakes there. I am going to say that the 3 poison. Actually, let's do it this way. Yeah, this way we know to remember. So everything on this side, on the right side, is poisonous. These ones on the left are the only 3 that are not poisonous, and they are regular snakes. They do, when they bite, they do 1 point of bite damage. And if they are poisonous, if they're poisonous, then it is going to be a deadly venom where you have to make a saving throw versus poison or die. So,
Okie dokie.
But anyway, so you have cast your spell. The snakes form this turn. You can use them next turn to attack. They're not able to attack this time.
Okay.
But I'm going to assume that they're moving during this entire combat turn. So I'm not going to follow the rule of they can only move 10 feet and attack. They can move wherever you want them to and attack, as long as it's not deep into the eastern or southern chamber. If it's like the trolls or the ogre or something.
Guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going after the guys here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hey, it's saying that it does 1 to 2, but if the poison hits, it does an additional 8.
Okay. Thank you for that. So now we know. So it actually, when I dropped the token, it said 1d4. So we'll just make sure that we half the damage every time or whatever. So 1d4 divided by 2, so that's 1 to 2. And then if the poison hits, then that's what we do. I like it. Thanks, man. All right, so that was, for all of that, that was Deglin. Ronnie, spell?
That's correct, DM.
Go ahead, sir. You have the ogre next to you, and you have the trolls.
Hitting them all.
Yes, sir.
Fairy fire.
Yeah.
Nice. This one at the top here doesn't need fairy fire because it's dead, but I guess you can keep it on there.
I wanted to, he's going to rejuvenate.
Okay. Hey, man, that's thinking ahead. I like it. Is that it for you, Ronnie?
That's it, DM.
All right. Nephron, you're up. Actually, no. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I take it back. Varus, you're up first. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong sheet.
Trying to free up so I can move the hero tools up.
But you have hasted. That's a free action in my book to activate your boots.
Yeah, I'm just click my heels.
Okay. Okay, Dorothy. As you hit, as you take out an ogre, you still have another attack.
Let me go ahead and attack the troll too, then.
Okay. I am going to say that you can, yeah, that's a tough call on the backstab because he's facing, but I'm going to say that you can move up. If you move up a step, you can get to backstab.
Let me do that then. I like doing more damage. And we're going to need to knock him down anyway.
Yep, as you hit.
I'm going to do a large. So I'm going to do that one.
Whoosh.
Yep, that works. All All right. Is that it for you, or do you want to do any movement? Because I'm going to say you can move a total of 20 feet. You've already moved 5, so you got 15 feet.
I'm gonna move here
Okay.
so I can light a torch or something and start
Okay.
burning, or dump oil or something on them. Maybe this turn.
Okay.
Depending on what happens with the other one here.
Gotcha.
But we need to start burning these guys.
Yes, sir. All right. Zadkiel the Righteous.
So he took his attack last time already?
Say
Does he
again?
get
Yeah, you get 2 attacks this turn. Yeah.
okay. Alright. We're going to decapitate this troll.
Double dog dare you.
I'm feeling it.
You say that
I'm
every
feeling
week,
the-
and you have yet to do it. Well, one time you did. It wasn't really decapitation. It was limbs, but okay.
We're gonna cut something off.
Okay, Lorena Bobbitt.
Beanie weenies. Here we go. Give it to me.
Give it. Boom! Attaboy! Nice. As you have cleaved through the last of the trolls.
Uh-oh.
You have another attack, and I am going to say that you are within 10 feet movement if you want to take your second attack on the ogre, because I'm feeling generous today.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be? And wouldn't this guy get an opportunity to attack on me?
Who?
No, he's dead.
This
Oh, he's saying the
wizard.
wizards.
Oh.
Well, they have actually been. I mean, that's up to you. Yes, to be honest, he would, but they've been fighting for you ever since
Yeah,
the troll
what I'm
showed
gonna
up.
do. So I'm gonna attack this ogre, and if he attacks me, if he gets an opportunity to attack, I will attack him back afterwards.
Okay.
I will play the faith game like, oh, he's maybe mistaken.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
lawful good. I'm
Alright.
I'm forgiveness.
I see.
All right, tell me, did he attack me?
He did not.
Oh, well. Let's chop off this this guy's
Well,
pork sausage. Let's go.
they might be waiting to fireball us too.
Well, that's okay.
That kill hits for 12 hit points of damage as the ogre says, "Ha ha ha! Yeah, it's nothing." All right, is that it for you?
I tell him, do not laugh.
Okay, I shall not. Nephron, you're up.
What do I see over this way? The room that they all came from.
You can see a rather sizable half ogre. He looks like almost half ogre, half troll, from what you can tell.
I guess I'm going to charge him then. I
Okay.
can do that.
Yeah, you could charge. You get a plus.
This
2.
one right here.
That is correct. You can get a +2 to attack. As you hit.
All right.
Okay.
And that's I guess all I can do.
All right. I think that's everybody. Ronnie cast his spell already. Declan cast his spell already. As we go back to the top of the order, Baron, action.
I think everybody's handling it pretty well, I say
Okay.
to myself.
Okay. Declan, action.
I will be talking to the snakes, but that's kind of like free, right?
Yes.
So I'll go melee on the ogre.
Okay. Nephron.
Using my 2 attacks on him this round.
Okay. Ronnie.
I've got pulling out some oil pints, DM.
Okay.
Hang on.
And Varys, you are hasted, but I assume you said you're going to torch the trolls?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my sword and light a torch.
Okay.
And coordinate with Ronnie and burn some holes.
Very well. All right. And Zadkiel.
I will continue to kill the ogre.
Roger that. All right.
We go first.
Nope. As the creature, the party, or the bad guys go first. As the ogre doesn't know what to do. So he targets Zadkiel.
Run away.
He doesn't know what to do, but he goes after Zadkiel because Zadkiel has that awesome holy energy flowing around him that everybody can see from a mile away. Of course. Stupid ass. Okay. That's it for him. As the half ogre thingy, whatever it is. Oops, let me deselect Zadkiel. Brings his attack to Nephron. First attack misses. Second attack misses. Gotta like it. Oh yeah, he gets that -4. Oh, bitch. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to reload.
Okay. Alright, as they all
That guy's got a +2 two-handed sword.
blink into the rooms. There's another half ogre sort of shows up. He hits Nephron for 14 hit points of damage from his first attack. That's his second attack. Hits as well. For another 18 hit points of slashing damage to Nephron. As Nephron has just been whittled down rather quickly. Doot, 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 doot. And oops.
My forge just took a hit too.
Did it?
Just had a refresh. Yeah.
Oops, wrong guy. Sorry, I moved the wrong one out there. As in, steps in, targets. As one of the cultist steps out and releases a barrage of missiles that pummel into the half ogre, doing 19 hit points of damage to him, knocking him backwards slightly, but he looks much, much tougher than the other ogres. And up to our spell guys. Anybody doing spells? Nobody's doing spells. Baron, you're waiting. Varys.
I'm looking in area 54 to be sure that nobody sneaks up on us.
You see nothing out there. You can
Good.
tell.
Light a torch.
And I like
Okay.
it that way.
All right.
And,
Varys, you now
wait
have a torch
for-
lit.
Yeah, wait for Ronnie to come over here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do you and Ronnie
Oh.
together since you're kind
Oh,
of
sure.
coordinating.
I'll start burning this guy because he was the first one to go down.
Okay.
But I'll let Ronnie like splash a little oil on him, and then I'll move over here and light these other guys.
Okay,
Is it
Ronnie, if you
head
want to move yourself to to wherever you wanna be to coordinate and dump your oil and stuff. So
All right.
it will take 1 flask of oil per troll, by the way.
All right. How many can I pour in a round?
I'm gonna say you can do all 3 of them because you got them all right there. I'm not gonna hold that down. I'll say that you can.
I mean, I might have a flask. If we need
Yeah,
one.
but regardless,
I've got 7 flasks, so we're good.
All right,
Okay.
so you can use 3 of them to douse. Because you're coordinating, I'm just going to allow you to splash oil on all of them while Varys lights them up. And
All right. I'm just going to remove 3 oils then, DM.
Roger that. Zadkill, you're up.
Could use a little help up here.
I am going to attack the ogre.
Okay.
And I tell him now, kiss your appendage goodbye. Booyah!
As you hit, but no cigar. They are considered large creatures, so you can do your large damage. As you hit for 9 hit points of damage, severely wounding the ogre with your blade, but not taking him down. Nephron, you're up.
All right. Well, I think this is probably my last round because I think they're going to kill me. So we'll give it a try. Whoops.
Don't give up hope.
Well, I think it's pretty much there.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this. Yes, sir. And don't forget, it's large damage, so plus 8. So you did 18. So you should have added plus 8 to that because you critted. But we'll go ahead and take the additional 8 hit points off.
Okay.
As your second attack, I think, comes up.
Yep. Another hit. All right, that'll work.
That hits as well. For another 8.
Well, I softened him up for you guys.
There you
How did
go.
you get so far away?
He charged into it because he saw it across the room. Deglin, you're up.
all right. So my snakes. I don't know. I'm gonna hit this guy first and see if the snakes are there by then. If I'm gonna try to hit them at least.
Yeah, your snakes are already all around down here. I just haven't moved them on the map, so you just tell me where you want them to go.
Well, I told these 3 that are non-venomous
Yep.
up here at the top to go for the brown eye
Huh?
and go inside.
What do you mean?
I don't get it either.
Butthole, the brown eye.
I know what he's
Nope.
talking. I know what he's talking. But to who? To where? To what?
The who's?
The three non-venomous snakes to go up his leg and into his rectum.
Wait, who? The ogre?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know because you're saying I'm going to attack this ogre first. I'm thinking you're going to swing your melee on it. Okay.
I want to do that too, but I'm trying to put the snakes in there first.
All right. All right.
You're going to the rectum, the rectum.
Yeah, that's it. You're gonna wreck him. You're gonna wreck his rectum. Gotcha. So go ahead and roll your 3 attacks. Just roll a d20.
Forgive me if I jump out of the way.
Yep.
3 d20s or just 1 d20?
Just. Well, you're gonna have to roll it 3 times, but a d20. Just roll each one separate. Just roll a d20. The ogre's armor class is 5. They are 1 hit die, less than 1 hit. Well, I'm going to say 1 hit die creature. You need an 18 to hit them. Actually, yes, an 18 to hit. So just roll regular 20s, no bonuses or anything. Actually, give a +2 bonus because they are now in the influence of Zadkiel or Ichus. Do you get a +2 on that, or that's only they get a -2 to hit? You don't get a +2 to hit. They get a -2 to hit, right? On your aura.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so don't just roll
aura?
yeah, the aura doesn't give a bonus to hit. It just means they get a minus to hit you.
Right, minus against,
-2. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So just
Unselect the dice.
um.
It's not letting me unselect the dice.
So
There we
right.
go. Okay, get it
Yeah.
up.
Right mouse click. Left mouse click
There
to
we go.
select.
That is-
Right mouse
that was
click
double.
deselect. Yeah.
now. So 1d20 plus 2, right?
No, there is no plus on it. No.
No plus. Okay.
All right, that misses. First snake misses. Second snake misses. And no damage as they try to bite through his leathers as they crawl up his leg, trying to get to his rear entrance. All right. Now, Deglin.
Then I'm going to move all these other ones in the other hall down towards the cultists, but not attack. They're just moving down there. All right, and then I'll take my shot at the ogre himself.
Okay.
For my
I got
melee.
You. Yeah, I got it.
And do I get a +2? Yes.
No.
No.
You just get your regular bonus. No, the aura is only a -2 to hit. So anything swinging at you gets a negative bonus. As you still hit anyway.
And then damage.
Still managed to take off that ogre. All right. Let's see. After Deglin. Let's see. Ronnie's doing and Zadkill. You are up, or did you already go? No, you didn't go already, did you?
Oh, I haven't gone. Wait.
I think you did go. Yeah, you did, because you hit the ogre. You just didn't kill it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're back at the top of the order. So, Baron, actions.
Moving into the circle of protection.
Okay. Deglin.
I'm going to be moving towards the cultist, preparing a spell if need be.
Okay. Nephron.
Gonna try not to die, because I think if I get hit, I'm dead, but we'll see what happens. I'm attacking.
All right, Ronnie, no blight.
All right, Dave, I'm going to move down and possibly stand next to that cultist outside room 19.
Okay.
That looks to be 5 feet, and discharge my firearm towards Nephron to aid him.
Okay, and which you firing? Your blaster?
Blaster.
Roger that.
Can I mentally tell my snakes to go after those other 2 ogres in the other room?
Yeah.
Now that I
you
can see them?
command them.
That's what I'll be telling them to do.
All right.
Verbally.
Varys, how long is the haste on your boots just like a haste spell? Is there a certain time period that it lasts?
No, I mean, looking my DM guys. Right
Okay,
there.
yeah. While we're doing that, what are actions?
I'm gonna move down and try to help out Nephron.
Nephron. Okay.
Yeah. Although I'm keeping an eye on the wizards too.
Roger that. Zadkill the Righteous. Actions.
I'm going to assist killing those ogres.
Okay. All right. Hey. Yay for ad break.
It looks
Hoping
like
the
it's
snake
not,
army scares them. They'll run away.
it looks like it's not really haste per se. It just makes me really fast, so I get like 220 feet movement.
Okay.
And I get a bonus to my AC.
Okay, but so I mistook it then.
good.
So I gave you a bonus on
Yeah,
your attack, but we shouldn't have. But that's all right.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No, that's all right.
I'm-
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I should have reread it.
No worries. No, we're good. Oh, so. you
But
did
yeah,
okay.
I'll just move in and help Nephron since
Okay.
I can move real fast.
Yep.
Assuming the cultist doesn't try to attack me or something.
Right. All right. And Zadkill, you said you're just going to go melee the ogres. All right.
That is correct.
All right. Hey, as the party goes first. So first up, Baron, go ahead and move yourself to wherever you need to move to, sir.
Okay, let's see if this will work. It'll work this time. And I have that, and crying out. The screen comes up. I'm good at it at this point. It's just moving the screen around.
Where do you want to move to?
Probably right about here.
Okay. That good?
Yes, it's very good.
Cool. All
I
right.
feel safe.
All right. So Deglin.
Okay, what am I doing? I am. So these snakes should go in here and attack these two half ogres,
Right.
and I am going to move forward, to the door opening area, right about here,
Okay.
just to watch this guy.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to get rid of these trolls just so they're out of my way.
Yay, my snake army! I may yet live through this. Maybe.
I just want to know that the 3 on Nephron's side are non-poisonous. The ones on the other side are all poisonous. But they move there, but they cannot attack because they moved too far, so they're not able to attack yet. So that is Deglin's turn. Varys, you are up.
Alright. Move with my pencil speed and
So I am going to say you can get all the way there and execute an attack. You just don't get the +2 charging bonus.
that's fine. Is this the more wounded one?
Looks like that one's been pretty beat up. Yeah, the other one looks pretty fresh.
Yeah, I'm trying to stab him. I guess I ain't doing a sneak attack.
Yeah, no sneak
am
attack.
am I still glowing green?
Are you still what?
Am I
Yes.
still glowing?
Yes, the entire complex has this greenish yellow glow about it. Well, I should say, in effect, you don't really notice it until you go invisible, and then you can see it's like you're moving. It's like you're moving through this cloud of dust that everybody can see. So it essentially is a way for the people in this temple or complex to make sure nobody's invisible trying to sneak around.
All right.
But regardless, you did hit. It is considered a large creature.
Yeah, I wounded him. I rolled 14 damage.
Oh, cool. I didn't even see the damage. Okay, cool. He looks pretty well, like really bad off. Like he's on his last legs. Let's see. Zadkill. Tag, you are it.
All right.
You can charge, as you can see, so if you want to charge all the way through, you can.
Judge.
I don't feel safe anymore.
I'll move Nephron just for a second so you can attack.
Kind of like bowling pins.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to do
Off
this.
with your head.
I'm going to do this just because this way you can.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Yep.
Off with your head.
Yeah.
Laugh at me. It's gonna happen this time.
You know what? You say that every time.
Here it goes. Bingo. Oh!
As you missed. Wah, wah. You missed by 1, however, so if you would like to expend one of your 6 points to make it a hit, you can.
Yeah, I will.
All right, so you have 5 left. Go ahead and roll damage. As Zadkill the Righteous takes out one of the ogre leaders, the half ogres, whatever they are.
Can I hit the other one with my second attack?
Yep.
Come on, baby. Give me the 20.
Daddy needs a
Give me
19
the
or a 20.
Come on.
19 or a 20 will do it. Oh, missed by 3.
Close.
So close.
Oh, nice.
Boom! Very nice. As you cleave into this thing, the first wounds that it has taken in combat, you can see its eyes kind of raise a little bit in shock as a lowly, paltry creature such as yourself has actually managed to inflict damage on it. And it just smiles a toothy grin. And you can see that it's enjoying this combat.
I point at the snake and I say, he did it.
Nephron, you are up.
First of all, I say thank you for saving me for everybody that rushed in, and then I attack. Because I was dead.
Nice. Hey!
I don't think the DM's killed anybody since Loquacious Loot 3 years ago.
I'm pretty sure that Loquacious was the last PC to die. Thanks for the resub, card man. I appreciate that, good sir, and hope you're doing well tonight.
And Ukla before him.
Yeah, Ukla was in before him. Haven't killed too many, as you did 6 hit points of damage to it.
That's all I got.
All right. Let's see. I think Ronnie, you are up, Blaster Man.
Well, they're standing in my way.
They
I
are.
can't shoot them.
That is correct.
I'm going to look at this human, though,
Yep.
and be like, who you be that you help me?
You can see that this cultist is covered and draped in like grayish kind of robes that are frayed at the end as if they'd been dragging along sharp rocks and stuff for an eternity, and it just sort of wore itself so it's bare thread around the edges. You can see that in the shadows of the cowl, its face is very emaciated with dark circles under its eyes as if it hasn't slept or rested for months on end. Its cheekbones completely sunken in. It's so frail and deathly looking, as if you're not even sure if this is a male or a female. And if it weren't for the form, you would probably say it was a child, because it's just so small and thin. But it just whispers in a hoarse sort of cough, I serve the Lord of Death, as you all should, for he shall someday rule the epic universe, and we shall all be fed to him, and we will live in glory as he consumes our souls.
Ew.
Or words to that effect. So that is it for... Yes, sir.
First man named Sancho on that 20.
Figures. Thanks, card. Appreciate it.
And I say no to the technical.
Right. All right.
He's
so,
a Judas
Well,
Priest
DM,
fan. He wants to see heads roll.
Ronnie just kind of looks at him like, eesh,
okay.
and contemplates blasting him.
Okay. You keep thinking about that, because it looks like one blast and put him into another universe or whatever. But all right, so that is it for everyone, I think. I don't think anybody was skipped. Deglin.
My snakes don't get a turn this time?
No, they moved. They got all their
Right.
turn. They moved all the way over there, but they had moved too far where they were not able to attack that round when they got over there. So they can move. They can move their full movement, but they still don't. They can move more than 10, but they still don't. They don't get the attack at the end. So, but anyway, do. as another series of these sickly green darts go blasting across, slamming into this half ogre, doing 19 hit points of damage and blasting into its chest as it sort of lets out a hideous roar, steps back, regroups himself, and gets ready for continued combat. As indeed he does. Now I have to roll a D6. 1 to 2 for the gnome. Right, yeah, 1 to 2, 3 to 4 for Varys, and 5 to 6 for Zadkiel. As it attacks the gnome.
Nobody knows.
Wouldn't you know it?
The trouble he's in.
His first attack hits. Yeah, not too bad for 13 hit points of damage. As his second
I'm just about dead.
As his second attack comes through and swings and a miss as the snakes crawling up his leg make him shake his leg, disrupting his concentration and missing his attack on you. As we come to the top of the next order or next round, Baron, actions.
Okay, I'm going to move over to here and look down that corridor.
Okay. Move over to where?
Here.
Oh, okay. So Baron is going to move. Deglin, actions.
I'm just concentrating on my snakes. They'll attack, and then as soon as this ogre's down, if there's no other threats in that room, he's going to come back towards me. Or they're going to come back towards me.
Okay.
And I'm also going to initiate conversation with this guy. 22 rounds for the snakes.
Okay, cool. All right. Nephron, I assume just melee.
How bad does this guy look? I'm debating drink. I'm down to 8 hit points. I'm debating drinking a potion of extra healing. How bad does this guy look?
He's beat up, but he still looks pretty solid.
All right, I'm drinking a potion of extra healing.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be able to do that without an attack of opportunity.
Maybe not.
Or not.
Oh, I would think you could, yeah.
I'm fucking with you, dude. Relax.
I know he's not.
Varys. Melee, I assume.
But he said it with design.
Who's he facing?
He's facing you three, right? It's sort of like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll stab him.
Okay, and then
I want to
Zadkiel.
bash him.
Yeah, sorry, he's not turned around. He turns around and says, "I double dog dare you."
I have a neighbor venom though.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Zadkiel. Actions.
Yeah.
Actions.
Yes.
What is your action for this round?
I'm going to kill that ogre.
Okay, I don't think you can chop off his head though. You chop off his head, I'll give everybody a nat 20.
Okay,
Hey.
I'm using my 20.
No, you can't use a 20.
I love it.
Nope, can't use a nat 20. Has to be a natural 19 or 20 roll. Nope.
God.
Nice
That was
try.
good though.
That was good. I will say, monkey's
you
not
can
as
roll it.
monkey's not as hard in the head as we thought. No, it's not your turn yet. But anyway, let's see. Let us go to the top of the next round. Let's see who gets the attack first. And all right, Baron, go ahead and you said you wanted to move to like
Holy crap.
here.
Probably more like here.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, good. I can see what's in the room.
Yes, you can. Let's see. Now it is.
And I am not happy with what I see.
All right. Since you have your spell going on, I am going to say, Deglin, you're up next. If you want to start rolling, I'm going to start with the three non.
Okay.
Start with your 3 non, and then we'll do the 11 or the 8 poisonous. So just roll d20s, and then if you get an 18 or better.
That one missed.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, just you're gonna have to roll one at a time. Another miss. As they're
Damn
unable to bite through his thick hide or his armor. I know what I feel
Yes,
like when I feel what I'm like when I'm trying to hit you guys and I got to roll a freaking 20 to hit you, and it's like, well, shit. All right, now we're gonna go for the 8 poisonous ones.
Come on.
It's 2.
19?
Hey, that hits. So go ahead and roll a 4-sided dice, or 1d2 if you just want to type it, but roll a 4-sided divided by 2. And I'll take that off. So you did 2 hit points of damage. So that leaves him with this. And he has to make a saving throw versus poison. If he fails, he takes another 8. Oh, made a save.
Fast.
Yep. All right. We'll go for number 3. Miss. 4. Miss. 5. Miss.
Come on.
6. Hits. Roll a d4.
Yay.
Does another 1 point of damage. Well, I'll make that 2 points of damage. 1.5 rounds up to 2. Oops, shit. And he has to make another saving throw versus poison, which he saved. You got 2 more.
This is one badass ogre.
Got 2 more. He's only a half ogre. That one misses. Last one. Oh, so close. You do have 6 points to use if you would like to use 1 point to bump it up to make the hit work.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, fuck it. Screw it. Yeah, do it
All
one.
right. So you have 5 left.
Down to 5.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your d4 divided by 2. Does 1 hit point of damage. And he has to make his saving throw.
Oh, come on! We made it by 1.
Yep. All right. That is it for you. Varys, you're up. Hits. Nice blow. Nicely done. Nice. For 14 hit points of damage as you cleave into him as he screams in pain. As you can see now, he's beginning to feel the wounds. Any movement or anything after that? All right. Zadkill, you're up.
Okay, here it goes. Here comes our 20 guys.
Yeah.
Do it.
And I called on the power of St. Cuthbert.
I thought you'd say Power Grayskull.
I was thinking the same thing.
Power of St. Cuthbert.
Oh, he did do it! Oh, my shit!
Goodness gracious,
Holy.
great God Almighty, he did it.
Now, let's see if he decapitates. He's got to chop his head off. He's got 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. So you need to roll a d6. And if you get a 6, that decapitates the head. Anything else, it decapitates a limb.
What do I have to roll? A 6-sided?
6-sided dice. If you get a 6, you decapitate him. Otherwise, he loses an appendage.
Okay. All right. Well, he's decapitated.
Why?
I'm going to use my points. I have 5 points left.
No,
But I
you're
can
not.
only
No,
roll
you
one.
can't. No. Nah.
Wait a minute.
Again, it
kinda
has to be
low.
natural. I'm not going to give everybody nat 20s if it's not natural. I'm not going to let you use all your bonus points up like that. Just to,
roll a d6.
yeah, roll a
All right.
d6. See what you get. If you get a 6, everybody gets a nat 20. I don't mind because they're only good for this
Power
session
Save
anyway.
Cup. Power Save Cup. Give it to us.
Oh, damn.
Fuck it. I'm going to give it to you anyway. As you decapitate us, go ahead and roll your damage. Because I think, don't forget, add +8 to your damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, +12. +12 to your damage because he's a large creature. So if you just do your damage first, because you're probably going to kill him anyway because he's pretty close. Yep, +12.
24.
Yeah,
Well-
you never targeted him.
Yeah, he's targeted.
Why did it not? Hang on a sec here. Yeah, because you didn't add the. Sorry, it's because you did not add the +12 to your situational bonus. When you go damage, you should have added +12 to it, because right now it only says you did 12 damage instead of 24. So he should be there. But
There.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway because you worked hard for that. So I'm gonna give
Damn.
everyone else a nat 20.
Yay!
All
I
right,
think I'm gonna
so
save my potion, and I'm gonna bleed on Zadkill a little bit. Maybe he'll touch me. Maybe he'll use his nice hands on me.
all right. So as of right now, Baron, Deglin, Ronnie, Vera, Zadkill, you all have nat 20s in addition to in addition to Zadkill. Everybody else now has nat 20s. As you look around, you see that there are no more creatures around, although there are cult members around.
Should negotiate.
I call my snakes back.
Okay.
DM, I'd like to offer this one standing next to me a sandwich.
A cheeseburger.
Because he just looks kind of hungry.
He looks emaciated, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Looks like they haven't slept or eaten in.
I'm going to heal the gnome.
Thank you.
You're gonna lay on.
Yeah,
hands?
I'm going to give him a ration.
Okay. He takes your rations tentatively and slides them into a pouch.
I tell no, eat up, Johnny.
Not letting me move.
Oh, it's because it's not your turn and it's still under combat.
Oh, sorry, combat. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's still considered because I'm looking for something here real quick. I have to get. Sorry.
Did it heal you?
Suspense. All suspense.
I don't know. No, it didn't. I'm
Dang
still at
it.
8 hit points.
Oh.
Yeah, because see, it doesn't. It's yep. How many? You're a 10th level, so he should have gotten 20 hit points back, right?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. For some reason, a lay on hands takes 0 instead of your level like it's supposed to. I think on break I'm going to take a look at that so we can kind of figure out what the heck's going on. But give me uno momento. That's the one I'm looking for.
That was a crazy roll, man.
That was really good. I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed. All right. As the combat comes to a close, at least for now, you guys all look around and you can see that there is no other creatures, ogres, or trolls, or anything else. All of your snakes have gathered back around you and they're sort of laying in and around the broken stone statues that lay everywhere. This strange, weird greenish glow kind of illuminates the entire place. Even
I'm gonna.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm gonna bleed on Deglin, hoping he'll heal me. But I want to talk to this cultist and say, "What is this place?"
as he looks at you and his face scowls slightly. We are thankful to you for aiding us in ridding the defilers of this holy place of Vecna. You are in the Aditum, the most holy research facility created by our master, that we might research the true depths of the boundless void which he offers us all. And that's where we're going to take a break.
How far are you down?
Oh, I'm down a ton. I'm down. What am I?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to try to look at how far down. I think I'm at like 30 out of 70. So I'm down. Yeah, I'm at 33 out of 70. I'm down almost 40.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit you with the staff of healing.
Cool.
And Corvus give you a natural one shot.
Hey! Thanks, man. Don't murder no one with it. Yeah, so we'll be back in give or take about 15 minutes. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I know combat can sometimes be long and drawn and carried out, but our party managed to work their way through it, and now they got to figure out where they're at, what they're doing, and where they're going next. But we'll
And that was an exciting battle.
It was not too bad. We will figure all of this stuff out when we return in about 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Appreciate you guys hanging with us.
So you complaining that you can't hit anybody, you sure hit me a lot.
Well, when I finally had a creature that could actually hit something beyond a 5 hit dice or 6 hit dice creature, once the half ogres come in, they are actually ogre leaders that were
vicious.
They're like 10 hit die instead of the typical 4, 5 or whatever. Yeah. So I only needed like a 7, 8, 9 to hit you, so that was good. But anyway,
yeah, great. All right.
You're welcome. We shall be back shortly. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
All right, are you still down, Nephron?
I'm going to.
Are you going to wait till after we come back?
No, you can do it now. That way, it's out of the way.
Yeah, I'm down 17.
Yeah, I'm just leaving the game paused, so you probably won't be able to move your tokens anywhere. But anyway, I'll be back.
That'll do it for
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
I was getting ready to roll up a new character.
All right, I'm going to go get some food. I'll be back.
back.
Mhm.
Me too. I'm just eating.
I had a moon pie.
I'm having carnitas.
I had chili tonight, so I'm good.
All I got was a rock.
Figured that was coming.
Well, we got to find ourselves at least one more combat tonight. We got those nat 20s. I hate to lose them.
Yeah, wah, wah, wah.
Well, just
Well,
kill
we got
them
3
cultists.
acolytes right here.
What's that?
I said we had 3 acolytes right here.
Well, we got to get a little information for them if we're going to kill them. Like, how the hell do we get out of this place? We didn't loot the bodies yet either, did we? Maybe they're wearing my girdle of giant strength that I need.
Ooh, that would
That
be
one
cool.
dude's got a +2 two-handed sword.
How do you know?
Yeah,
Because you said +2 two-handed sword.
Yeah. Doesn't
might do you
necessarily
guys
mean
a
he's
little
got
good.
one.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Do you want to rule on that? Can I use a two-handed sword?
No.
Or maybe he said he
Well,
also
a long
has-
sword is a two-handed sword for you, but it still is only a long sword.
I can't use it as a spear or something?
Maybe he said he has a short sword plus a 2-handed sword.
Ooh, I'll
Yeah.
take a magical short sword, a nice one. Yes.
No, never mind.
I know what you're talking about. All right, let's get back to the game, shall we?
Hey, the gnome, he's average. He Googled it. Don't worry.
See what you did there. All right, folks, welcome back to tonight's episode of Agora Quest, our 1E1 Shots edition. Our party has just completed a little bit of an encounter with several trolls and ogres. Initially, it began as a combat with all of that plus some cultists, but it seems that the cultists have joined the side of the party, if you will, and trying to take out the ogres and trolls. And now you see, I don't know if you want to call this the leader of the cultists, but at least the one who is came out of the chamber through the door to the south and aided you guys with a few spells in the form of magic missiles that blasted some trolls and ogres and whatnot. But you now stand here in the post-combat bliss. Have you already conducted your healing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You make sure you mark off the staff how many charges on the staff that you used.
Okay.
Make sure we take all that off. So.
I got 2 staves though, so I got to figure out how to.
Yep. So.
Well, I'm going to ask the cultists, how do we get out of this place? How do we continue to track Ayuz? Or we've been tracking him, but we've lost his tracks.
When the Old One arrived, his army triggered my lord's defenses of the Aditum. And so entry to the portal to the Citadel has been lost to us. And we do not have the ability to open the door. One must be in possession of one of my lord's artifacts in order to open the chambers beyond. And so, without one of those, you are unable to venture to the citadel. When the old one arrived, his power was great, and he managed to hold back the defenses until he and some of his loyal army were able to go through to the atrium where the portal to my lord's lands sits. And so you must find one of my lord's artifacts and then use it as a key to open the doors.
Can you direct us to where we would find such an artifact?
I do not know. The army razed all of our research rooms. They destroyed our sleeping quarters and our ritual chambers. I have not found anything that would be of aid thus far.
When you say artifacts, do you mean hand, eye?
The hand and the eye arrived recently, and they are stored beyond the portal locked. But there are others. There are his fingers and even an artifact of his toes somewhere within these walls. But we have not yet.
Are there more? Are there more of the old one's troops in here?
I do not know. We stayed in our area to the south here. We have not ventured far. We have only been watching the entry that others of IU's come. We tried to stop them. We thought you were the next wave of his soldiers, but when we realized you too fought against the old ones, we sought to ally ourselves with you. But
how about traps? Are there any other traps we have to worry about?
I know not of any traps in this place. I
You
only...
said,
No, I was just going to say, I know of no traps in this place. We only are here for research and expanding our knowledge of the void, that one day we may join our Lord in it, reveling in the glory of our own destruction.
You said I went to the fortress?
I believe.
Where your master is?
I believe so. The citadel where our Lord resides. Its gate is beyond the atrium, beyond the locked valve that you see across the hall.
So on 54?
It's actually across. You could see the portal that he's talking about. There is it's a extremely large, ornate set of iron doors or bronze doors, very, very intricately carved, and it's flanked on either side by two rather large statues of Vecna in the hall as well.
Is that the only portal?
This is the only one that I know, yes.
You can't go back to where there's other portals? Like to the one that
No, there is no... The Tovag cannot be gained from this place. Only this place might be gained from the Tovag.
Ah, okay. Well, that means we're stuck here then.
No, we're not going to walk over. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if we do or not. I don't think we do. Alright, well, hey.
Well, you know we're after the old one, so do we have your word that you are not going to attack us as soon as we walk away?
You have my word that you leave our artifacts and our research alone. It remains here with us, and you have no worries from us. But should you try to take that which is not yours, we shall have to have this discussion again.
That is fair enough. All right, what do we want to do here? I guess we should go loot the bodies out here in this room where the leaders were.
We need an artifact to go after the old one, so
We're going to have to search. Yeah. All right, I'm going to look around the bodies of the two fallen half-orcs in this room, or half-ogres.
Okay. Searching through, you find each one of them has a pair of diamonds along with about 100 gold coins on their person.
Ooh, wow. Diamonds. I like gems.
Other than that, they don't appear to have anything.
That is really impressive.
200 gold and 2 diamonds?
Yes, 200 gold. Actually, 400 or 200 gold and 4 diamonds. Each one has 2 diamonds apiece.
Okay.
I'm pretty good with gems. Are the diamonds valuable?
Yeah, they actually look like pretty decent sized rocks. Probably 2,000 gold apiece.
Ooh, I could summon an earth elemental with those.
2,000 each?
Yeah.
And 200 gold.
Correct. 4 diamonds.
Now the weapons they were using?
The weapons that they had are 2-handed swords.
Yeah, that wasn't me any good.
You may want to detect magic on them. See if they're magical or
not. Ronnie had a detect. Let me see if I still took it.
Or use the wand or...
We want to just...
I don't have it.
You want to just...
Well, let's
do you want to just take the sword?
Let's gather all the weapons and armor from the others.
I have one. I have a
yeah, there were... Sorry, there were 5 ogres, 6 ogres. Each one had an axe. A battle axe, I should say.
Yeah.
And the 2 half ogres had 2-handed swords. Mm-hmm. So you got 6 battle axes and 2 2-handed swords. The ogres themselves don't have anything valuable on them that you can find. Nor do the trolls. Sorry.
Okay. Are any of the weapons magical?
Who's detecting?
Do you want me to cast it, or because I got it?
We might find more stuff. Why don't we just take the weapons, throw them in the bag of holding, and when we get a much more stuff, that we can detect everything together, unless you got multiple spells.
Well, the smell will last for a little while, so you can look around.
Oh, it says I got a target then.
Yeah, just what would you say when you cast the effect, you mean?
Yeah, it lasts for a little while, so you can look around.
I think I want to say it's like 10 minutes or something like that, isn't it?
12 rounds.
12 rounds? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was a little longer, but okay. Well, if you want to cast it, if not, I can give you your spell slot back. It's up to you if you want to do it now or you want to just wait a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just wait. I can toggle it.
Okay.
Yeah, it lets me toggle. All right, cool. So put those in a bag and then we'll look elsewhere. But we got to find we have to find those toes or fingers or something.
Well, what? Yeah, they're not gonna hand them over. Let's go look in here through look around this chamber that they were all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one that you walked in, you can see that shattered frames, scorched easels, and ashen parchments are all that remain of this austere gallery of art, or what used to be a gallery of art. It seems that most of the frames have been gathered for use as kindling. Several ghoul bodies have been hewn and stacked in the far north corner where you guys are standing up there. And up in the corner, in fact, where Deglin and Varys are right now, you can see that artful placement of delicate statuary is long gone, replaced by shattered stone with only hints of form, smashed pedestals, and a layer of sand. Overall, the stink of refuse and creatures confined for far too long hovers like a physical entity. Essentially, this looks like they smashed all the statuary and piled and stuff over here, and now they're using it as places to relieve themselves.
Ew.
Ew. Oh, what's down here then?
As you move around, you do find that there is a door in this south on the south wall of this area.
There's also something over here.
Yeah, you can see that the door itself is carved with the relief sculpture showing that torture awaits anyone who may open it. You can see that the door is solid. Looks like it has like maybe a couple scratches on it where something tried to scratch to get it open, maybe troll claws or something like that. However, unlike the rest of the place in here that all looks smashed up, it looks like this door hasn't really been touched. Take that for what meaning it may or
well, let's ask that dude what's behind that door.
That is the greatest of sculptures belonging to our Lord. He crafted it himself.
Oh, I gotta see that.
I would not, my friend.
Let's go around the corner and look around first.
Okay. As you look around this all right. As I did not get a chance to say anything because everybody always walks and stuff. So, Varys, as you start to walk, we may have to retcon this a second. As you start to, as you moved your way south, you got about halfway down the hall when suddenly the floor drops out from beneath you. I need to get a. Let me see. I don't even know if it gives a check or not, or it's automatic.
I am learning business speed.
Yeah, I get you. I understand. Two sections of the floor swing down, dropping victims into the pit below. I need a saving throw versus paralyzation, please.
All right, I need to add all my bonuses if it doesn't do that. So let me look at my character sheet.
Why would it not give you all the?
Remember, it never ends it for the saves.
It's just so you get the.
I have ring of protection.
Yeah.
I have a hook of protection. Yeah. I'm just saying it never ends it. So I'm gonna roll it. Yeah. See, I won't fail it when I add all the bonuses. I hit.
All right. Yep. So, well, what do you need? You only need a 9, so you get your.
I have a +6 with my ring and cloak.
Yep. 5. So the cloak is +2. The ring is +3. So that's +5.
And a stone of good luck, too.
And your stone of luck.
Good. Yep, +1.
Yeah, it's weird that I don't know why it would not
It's
add
never
those in.
added any of those.
That's strange. Yeah, because it has it like right here. It's funny because it's showing that the effects are in place too, so it's kind of strange that it would not. So regardless, I mean, you only needed a 9, so I got to make sure that I add because it took 31 hit points off of you for the fall. Let me put that back. So as you step around the corner and you move to the south, you get to like right there, and suddenly the floor opens up beneath you, and only your lightning reflexes allow you to grab a hold of the side of the pit and flip yourself back up onto the side right before you step into it. Otherwise, you can see what looks to be a ever narrowing pit that forms down like a funnel, and at the bottom of this pit, about 30 feet down, you can see a massive spear stuck down that you would have been impaled upon and stuck upon like a fly on web, or a fly getting stuck in a web at the bottom of this narrowing pit. The pit itself is about 10 feet square, so it starts here and it kind of ends about 10 feet away.
Now, didn't he tell us that there were no traps in here?
He said none that he knew of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is his entire place. They've been here forever, and they don't know of this pitfall trap. Uh-huh.
So,
Snakes attack.
Okay. All right.
It looks like this might be a lizard area or something too.
I gotta look and see. Yeah, I don't know.
Lab or something.
Can we walk around that pit?
No, it actually, you can see. Give me actually, well, Deglin can't see it. So, Varys, give me a wisdom check, please.
Sure.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so you can't really tell. Looks like new construction, but maybe it's been here a while, but you're not 100% sure. So no telling. But you can definitely tell that the walls and floor and everything around it, like here, this used to be a wall, but it's collapsed and destroyed, opening up into other parts of the complex on the other side. So it like used to be a wall here, but now it no longer is. So yeah, so it's kind of difficult to tell. Is this like, how long has this been there? Is it new? Is it old, or whatever the case?
I hear him yell out, right? So I go over there and I can look at it and tell if it's new construction or not.
So you taking a look at it definitely can tell that this is new construction. It's been recently built, probably less than a week. That this has probably been.
All right, so I'll hold off on the snakes. Damn it.
Is there's no other doors out of this room?
Out of this room? No.
Yeah. Just the one door.
Just the
We
one
can't get
door.
through.
Well, it's not that you can't get through it, it's you haven't opened it yet.
Do we want to try on past the...
There's this door here.
Or what do we want to do?
Where you can try to disarm the trap and see if we can walk across it after you disarm it.
It's a little late, I think.
I know I can use my boots of levitation, and you guys can just like shove me so I float across, maybe.
Well, I can swap out my boots and jump over it.
Varys, I'm going to say that looking at this...
Or I can climb the wall.
Yeah, that's true. Varys, looking at this, you see how the trap is triggered. And so if you wanted to try to disarm it so it didn't trigger, it would require a successful find remove traps. And then you would be able to disable it.
Let me try that.
All right. You managed to successfully disarm the trap.
Excellent. That's what I get from being impatient.
As I said, you can kind of see that the
No,
what's that?
can we go down over it now?
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. So if you wanted to, you should be able to step over it now. It should be all right. Shouldn't trigger again. As you move down, you can see that the whatever wall collapse now opens into some sort of a large set of rooms on the other side. And unfortunately, I have to stop. We have a release going on and they're having problems, and I just got asked if I could come join the release.
No problem.
I'm not running the release. I shouldn't have to be there, but apparently it's since I have code going in
man,
this
I was gonna
release.
use my 20. Okay, it's cool.
I will since I granted them to you guys, I will save 20s for next session.
Man,
So
at 22:15, they want you to drop everything and come into work.
No, well, I mean, we already had the release going on. It's actually the release started about 15 minutes ago, but the only reason is because code that's being released, I have code that's being released. And so usually everybody that has code on the release is on standby. And so I'm not the release master, so I'm not running the release, but if there's issues that need to be resolved that are around my code, I'm the one that needs to be there. It's not that I have to be.
We got to take our cat to the vet tomorrow morning, so I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Good
so,
night.
well, I'll give you guys a little bit of time back to yourselves.
Well, good luck, DM.
Yeah.
Hey, I won't be on next week. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas next week.
So you can still play. Bring your freaking phone. Everybody games off their phone, man.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm probably just about landing and probably having a beer in my hand at that point.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed in the dedication of you, Gnome. You know, so
yeah.
Most of my games are canceled this week.
No, but we will be here next week without the Gnome, so that'll give me a chance to execute another Gnome. I did one last Friday.
Excellent.
So
I'll roll up another character. It'll be good.
I will say it is kind of interesting that the Gnomes have been getting pummeled the last couple of sessions.
Yes.
So for those that don't watch our Friday game, my son was playing in that game, and he played a Gnome, and he actually took himself out the way he did things, but at the same time, he did die. So it's like one of the first characters I've killed in a long time, so it kind of sucked. But I appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with us. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna bounce over to who do we want to go to, man? Who do we even know that's let's go to Quests and Chaos, man. I haven't I think I went to them one time, and as everybody leaves me, but yeah, we're gonna. No, I know you are. It's like I said. I wish everybody would just hang just long enough that we can bounce over. Yeah. That we can bounce over. You know, it's not going to kill 2 minutes because it really helps the other streamers when they're doing. But like I said, I really appreciate you guys hanging with us tonight. Sorry, it's cut a little bit early, but it is what it is. This is what I get for being a software developer. But anyway, we're going to bounce over to Quest and Chaos. They got Keys from the Golden Vault. Ooh, they're doing a 5e stream. If you haven't seen the Keys from the Golden Vault, that's actually a series of individual 5e adventures that you can get out anywhere. D&D Beyond is where I got mine from, but they got some. I like to take those because you can put little, you can take them and put them into any campaign, right? And so you can kind of mix and match. And a lot of times, if I need a quick adventure or whatever, I'll go grab something off of them or one of the Patreons that I follow. But we're going to bounce over there and let's see. We're going to see how many people we can get over there. Can we get everybody over there? Let's check it out and see. But yeah, man, I hit the wrong one. I did. I hit Damien Allfather. I hit Damien Allfather. Oh well, sucks to be me. Let me cancel that. I I clicked the wrong guy here, so let's try this again. Where are they? Swole quests, there we are. Now I got the right one. Let's see if we can do this one. Yeah, Quests of Chaos. Let's see if we can get everybody. We got like 8 or 9 people hanging out there, but we're going to bounce over there. Show them some love. Let them know where we came from. And as I said, we'll see you guys next Monday. Might be Gaming Friday, but again, it's all up to what time I got to bring my mom back and all that stuff's going on. So hopefully I'll be able to bring her back early and we can... and as I said, we'll see you guys next Monday. Ooh, why is it? Okay, that's why. I was getting an echo. But anyway, we're going to bounce over
I was
to them.
getting it too, yeah.
Yeah, somebody had theirs on and it fed back through Discord. But anyway, now that my ADD is completely out of whack, I don't even know what I was talking about. We're going to bounce over. Hopefully we'll see you Friday. Definitely see you next Monday. But in the meantime, just remember, in a world you can be anything you want. All we ask is that you be kind. See you guys next time.
Thanks for the ceasefire.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna open the briefcase of holding. Is it still alive?
Okay, so really,
Do you think the mimic will learn evil spells?
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Okay, I could just. Where'd you guys get a
Is
pet?
this thing on?
Hello.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, we heard you. I was just listening to the other guys.
Seems like it could be an advantageous pet.